Welcome back. You're watching Money, 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 and this week it's all about knowing how to pick the right fund manager who can help you make money in those mutual funds. We've been profiling a lot of the managers who've been picked by some thorough research done at Motilal Oswal as star fund managers. So the next one that we should definitely talk about, ANAND RADHAKRISHNAN, a CIO at Franklin Templeton. He's a veteran in this market. We actually caught up with ANAND to try and understand his style, his whole approach towards investment and picking stocks. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm ANAND RADHAKRISHNAN, Chief Investment Officer at Franklin Templeton, India. I help to manage Franklin India Blue Chip, Franklin India Prima Plus, and Franklin Technology Fund. In our team, we strongly believe that value is generated over compounding growth of businesses that grow consistently over long periods of time, generate free cash flows. We definitely are not growth at any price kind of investors. The most important way is to buy businesses at a reasonable valuation. And that is very, the entry point of any stock is very important. The second way to mitigate risk is to not to bet the house on a particular idea. By idea, I would mean that it is not a single stock idea, but by a theme or a concept. One is better off by ignoring the market volatility, but instead focus on the portfolio picks and the businesses and keep doing it through the market cycles. We as a house have been extremely positive on private sector banks, and we have played it through multiple stocks, historically through HDFC Bank, Kotak Bank, IndusInd Bank, Yes Bank. So the primary reason for playing this is that we think private sector banks are run a little more efficiently, and they are well positioned to chip the market share away from the broader banking system.
Okay, all right. So that's his approach. And what is it that you like the most about Anand's style?
So if I were to use a sporting analogy again, I would think that Templeton is the Dravid of the mutual fund industry.
Yeah. Steady as she goes.
Absolutely. I think they are probably one of the most disciplined fund houses that we have studied. And they've done consistently well over the last couple of decades. I mean, they've got one of the oldest diversified funds in the industry. There are some other, very good practices that we discovered that they have. They have a very nice process for succession. So typically, any fund that is being managed, you will find two fund managers who are managing it together. So what happens is, as one fund manager retires, the other one takes over that fund very, very smoothly. That gives me a lot of confidence allocating our clients' money into their fund, because the longevity aspect is covered. Because when we make mutual fund portfolios for clients, we like to allocate money to managers where you can just buy and hold these funds for fairly long periods of time and achieve whatever financial goals you want. So I think Franklin is that kind of a fund house, and we believe it should be a core allocation in most investor portfolies.
Finally, of course, we have spoken about some of the most well-known names on the street. I mean, people who've been around for more than 20 years each. Did the research also throw up any new or slightly lesser-known names, perhaps interesting styles or interesting individuals where you might want to put at least a little bit of your corpus, if not too much? Anything else that can generate that slight higher return in your portfolio?
Yes. So some of the managers, whom we did not cover today, but have done extremely well. One is definitely Chirag Setalvad from HDFC. He's been managing the Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund, and again, that's been one of the most consistent funds in terms of returns as well as in terms of style and approach. So I would think that that's another fund that I would definitely back. Some of the other interesting names that showed up in our study, one was Nilesh Surana of Mirai. Again, a couple of his funds that he manages have been consistently in the top quartile. And the other name I would like to mention is Vineet Sambre, the DSP Microcap Fund, which again is a very bottoms-up kind of a portfolio. But there again, the universe of stocks is small and mid-cap, but they have a very strong focus on quality. And within the same space, I would definitely like to mention the Franklin Smaller Companies Fund as well, which is managed by Janaki Raman. Again, that's a very high quality portfolio. but investing in the small and mid-cap universe.
Well, there you go. Now you have a whole basket of funds to choose from. You also know a little bit about the investment psyche, the philosophy that's going behind the fund selection process, and of course the stock picking process. Ashish, thank you so much for joining in and shedding light on these very interesting aspects of making our money work the best that it can. Appreciate you being with us on the show this week. That's it on this edition of Money, Money, Money. We'll see you again next week.